Greetings YouTube and welcome to the Blue Corner, and in this video I'm going to be going over some recently revealed spoilers for Carva Vanguard's VBTO1 set, particularly of the Nova Grappler and Oracle Think Tank kind, because those are the two clans I plan on building out of this set. I also got to point out, I know about the fact that Protect and XL clans will have lower stats compared to Force. I know about Draw Trigger Perfect Guards, and I also know that Nova Grapplers only get one triple rare in this set. RIP. However, their one triple rare and their VR are very, very good, and I'm very curious to see what the other VRs do. And before I also dive into this, I also need to make a shameless plug towards my blog, as on there I have posted a review of the first episode of Vanguard V, and I plan on trying to post reviews every weekend after these episodes air. It's either going to be on the Saturday night, the Sunday night, or if I wasn't able to get to it in time, Monday night. And with that being said, let's get into this. So the first triple rare for, or rather, the only triple rare for Nova Grappler is Ashura Kaiser. It has the XL gift. It has a base power of 12,000, and its skill is simple. Auto Vanguard, when your drive check reveals a grade 2 or greater card, you choose a rear guard and stand it, and if you reveal the grade 3 or higher card, you can also counterblast 1 to give the unit plus 10,000 power until end of turn. It's an overall very solid card. It gives you basically what, 60% chance of either hitting a trigger or a restand, and you just restand your XL attacker, and there's a couple good ones to just pressure your opponent. Now, personally, I feel like Ashura Kaiser Hero is going to be the less expensive but also not as powerful build of Nova Grappa compared to that of Riser, because some of the Riser cards revealed so far are very good, but I do at least like the synergy that you got with this, and you can't go wrong with Miwa having this kind of stuff as his deck. I'm very curious to see how the hero deck will play out, but I do think it'll be your budget option compared to that of Risers. Speaking of, we got our first, let's see, we got our backup grade 3 Riser in the form of Maximum Riser, who, when it attacks a Vanguard and it's not boosted, it gets plus 10,000 power till end of battle. You stick this in XL circle and it's going to be swinging for 32, and then you just stand it back up. I like this thing a lot. Like, I think you're going to be running a minimum of 2 copies and maybe just go 4 and 4. It depends if you want to run a Shurikaiser and what's its face, uh, a Battledore or Perfect Riser. There we go. But I like this thing. Then we got also Jet Riser. When your other rearguard is placed, it gets plus 3,000 power to end a turn. That's okay. I mean, it's free power buffing. Works on Vanguard rearguard. Given that that Novas want you to have 3 or more rearguards in order to get certain benefits, it definitely plays to their style. Then let's see, we got the Riser spoilers. This was the more recent stuff. So we have Riser Custom, 8K grade 1, and it's got the skill of once per turn, you can put a card from hand to the soul, and if you do during this turn, this unit can attack even if you went first, but you don't get a drive. Basically, it allows you to immediately pressure your opponent before they even actually take their turn. They're on their 5k base starter, 4k, 6, no, they'll be on their 6k base starter. You just throw this guy up, you swing, and your opponent either takes a damage or they lose a card of their hand, so they get to actually start their own turn at -1. I like this thing. And then also, once per turn, when your back row rear guard in the same columns as the card stands, you can stand this unit. I'm not as impressed by this unless you're pairing up this guy with your other riser. In that case, you get to be swinging for, what is it, 18? In that case, yeah, that is a thing. But I don't think you'll be hitting as big columns unless you, I don't know, slap a front trigger on it. And then we got high-powered riser custom, 9,000 power, auto vanguard rearguard circle. When you place it, you can call a battle riser from your soul to the back row in the same columns as card. Battle riser is your starter, and it is a 6k with the on ride draw card. So this guy makes a 15 column. Yeah, it's a 15k column, which is not bad. And when its other skill is when your attack hits a vanguard, you can counterblast 1 and put a battle riser that is on rearguard of your soul to stand one of your other rearguards. Truth be told, I didn't think they would be giving any kind of stand skill like this so early, but I guess that's what's happening. And I think this is pretty much as far as they're going to go in regards to battle phase standing. You basically have your grade 3s, and I think this as your grade 2. We're not going to be seeing the equivalent of Cool Hank or Aberrail or Ninjad and Golsachi. Nothing like those cards. It's just going to be something more simple. And then we have Nova Grapplers. Whoa, I went down too fast. Nova Grapplers VR Perfect Riser. So, Auto Vanguard Circle. When it attacks, you can counterblast 2 to choose 2 of your front row rear guards and stand them. Also, when this card's attack hits and you have a Riser card in your soul, which, well, you're playing Riser, so that's not going to be a problem, you can soul charge 1, and whenever your unit gets power plus 5,000. So it's immediate pressure, and it allows you to get extra attacks off. You're getting, if you're assuming you have like a full front row, you're getting a minimum of 1 rearguard, 2 rearguards, 3 rearguards, Vanguard, 4, 5. You're getting 5 attacks off, even more depending on if you were able to stack multiple excels off. And this is where the Riser full power or maximum Riser comes into play, because you just stand this back up with Perfect Riser, and now it's swinging for bigger. And if you manage to apply Perfect Riser's 5k buff to it, then this thing's swinging for 37. This thing is so good, and I'm really, really, really hoping that the other VRs follow a similar route of just efficient but good stuff. And I don't think this is overbearingly strong too. Like, if this is pretty much what the VRs are going to be, I think these are going to be $30 at most, depending on the, I guess, the clan. But I think because it's Nova Grappler, this guy might actually be more of the $25 range, much like how the Zubat core was very cheap aside from winning champ. And yeah. Oh god. Some of the shit you can do with this stuff in premium too, like slap and put this guy in Excel circle, and you just stand this back up while you're on winning champ, then this guy just gets even bigger. What else was there? That's the OTT stuff. So I'll also bring up one last Nova Grappler spoiler that was recently revealed, which is the clone of Armored Dragonite. So when this guy swings at a Vanguard, and you have 3 or more rear guards, it gets plus 5. I think we're going to be seeing clones of this card for just about every clan, depending on certain conditions. Oracle Think Tank will probably be plus 5 cards in hand, and I don't know, when Grand Blue comes around, maybe if they have X amount of rear guards, or I think Dimension Police will be when your Vanguard's base power is X but more. But anyway, that's it for Nova Grappler. They're looking pretty good, although I do have to point out that they don't have any advantage building like the Nova Grappler at the end of G, so it's going to make decks like Kagero difficult to play against, because you commit to the board and then they just blow you out, and you kind of have to commit more cards from hand, and then they blow you out. And like it's we're kind of going way back to the beginning of Vanguard, where Kagero just dunks on Nova Grappler. Anyway, moving on to OTT. So far, one tripler has been revealed, which is CEO Amaterasu, who once per turn on Vanguard, you can count on one to draw a card, and then you scry one. And then also, during your turn, while it's on Vanguard or Rearguard, each time you look at your deck, do the effect of a card, it gets power plus 5,000. Looking, revealing, and searching cards activates this effect. You get power plus 5,000 if you look at multiple cards with one effect. And just for some clarification, if you are on Globe Magus and this is on Rearguard and you use Globe Magus to look at your card deck 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, she doesn't infinitely power up. She just only gets 1 power plus 5,000. So Amaterasu is also a solid card. You, of course, ride it, so she's going to give you a Protect gift. You draw a card, and she'll buff herself up plus any other that are in the front row by 5,000. Plus, you get to also stack the deck or begin a bottom stack depending on how it is. Like if you look at the top card of your deck and it's a crit, then hey, you keep it on there, and your opponent immediately has to go, oh shit, he's got a crit. And because you looked at the deck, this thing's going to be swinging for 17,000. OTT's also got some boosters. At least has one card that's able to help boost this up to an okay number. Yeah, it's good. Although, if again, depending on if oh, words are hard here. So based on how perfect Riser is, though, I think Imperial Daughter will be the main Vanguard, and Amaterasu might actually just be the less expensive alternative. We'll see, but I'm liking where this is going, and they've got some other Oracle Think Tank cards that aim to support this. Let's see. Silent Tom is going to, God knows what it's going to do. The rumor is that he's going to be on attack. Your opponent, kind of plus 1 on attack. Your opponent can only guard with grade 0s, which combined with Ichikishima is dumb. Let's see. Yellow Witch Mamie meme? Sure, why not? When it's placed on Rearguard, you get to scry one, which helps sets up Amaterasu. You either get deeper into, you either further your bottom stack, or you leave a crit on top and sack your opponent. Let's see, Battle Maiden Sarasa, grade 3, power plus 10, 12,000, and she does not have a gift. When it attacks a Vanguard, you look at the top card of your deck and place it on the top or bottom, scry 1. If you put something on bottom, then it gets plus 6,000 power, so it swings for 18 by itself. So that just manages to tie the threshold. But if you don't give that power, then that means you're going to be hitting the trigger, so your opponent's going to be like, oh, well, that's a thing. And it works on Vanguard or Rearguard, so if you end up having to misride this, it sucks. But it helps further Amaterasu's goal of powering up so that she too gets big. Then we got Solid Turtle, grade 2, kind of a 1, draw card, and then you discard 1. It's filtering. I guess. Let's see. Battle Goddess of Fortune, Mizuno Hame. When it boosts the Vanguard and you have 3 or more cards in your damage zone, gets power plus 6,000 till end of battle, so it is effectively a 14 booster. So boosting up an Amaterasu who's used her 5,000 power buff at least once. 14 plus 7. Oh god. You know what? I'm just gonna put the math on screen, but it's a number. Oh yeah, here's the heroes. So Miss Splendor. I'm really liking this card. When your hero attacks, your opponent cannot intercept until end of battle. If you have more rigor than your opponent, it gets power plus 3,000. If you have multiple Miss Splendors out in field, you can make that unit basically get plus 6, which is nice when paired up with XL. Boomerang Thrower is basically Zubat, but without the draw. Let's see. Weather Girl Soft is your. Let's see. Oh yeah, there we go. Weather Girl Soft. Rearguard once per turn. When you draw a card, you can Soul Blast 1 to have this unit gets power plus 6,000. Drive checking does not work. Draw triggers, though, will affect it. So that's a thing. Let's see. Battledore Fighter. This guy. Oh, this guy. So Battledore Fighter, I think, is going to be your backup to Ashura Kaiser in the Miwa deck, and that's because once per turn, Combos 1, Soul Blast 1, you choose one of your rear guards, and until the end of turn, when that unit attacks, your opponent cannot call Guardians unless it's 2 or more. So they can't perfect guard it unless they add another card on top of it. Also, when this guy attacks a Vanguard and you have 3 or more rear guards, it gets plus 5,000 power. That's nice, but the important thing is you give this guy's gift this guy's power to something. Also, he's got an XL gift. You slap a couple Miss Splendors on in play, and you just go just ham with that thing. And then rounding it out, 2 more Oracle Think Tank grade 1s. We have Farfall Magus, AK, and when it's placed, you get to scry 1, so it helps Amaterasu. And then we also got Shooting Bobby, who has 7,000 power, but the trade-off is it's a 15k shield. I'm not sure about this one. I mean, it's nice that it's got the extra shield power, which helps deal with some attacks, but at the same time, I'm not sure. Like, unless Oracle Think Tank doesn't get any better grade ones to use, I think I'm probably not going to run it because I like this card more for its ability to dig deeper into the deck, and I like the other card being a booster. And I'm pretty certain we're gonna get at least a triple rare grade one. I mean, yeah. And that's that's pretty much it in a nutshell. I'm not going to go over the other Kagero or Royal Paladin spoilers because, truth be told, I'm not particularly blown away by them. Like, I don't think Airmo needs to be a triple rare. That's just bleh. But let's see. My thoughts again are I think Nova Grappler is looking to be pretty good, but Kagero is going to give it trouble. And Oracle Think Tank, it's still way too early to decide where it's going to go because a lot of it is going to hinge on what Imperial Daughter and Silent Tom do, because I feel like those two are going to have a really good tandem. But if Silent Tom is the way that it's rumored to be, then we're going to be having some fun times. So that's all for now. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Until next time, this is Blue Star 89, jacking